Hey everybody, Steve Morales here, and today we're doing a video on a cool, fun home project you can do with Ferrofluid. So what you're going to need for this is Ferrofluid itself. I got this off of Amazon, came with a little package. And then you're going to need a petri dish. The one that came with the package that I bought on Amazon was too small, so we went down to the local educational store and bought some. We have some highlighters here, so you can choose the colors that you're going to use. Some pliers that you actually use to open up the highlighters so you can get the fluid out. With that, you're going to put that fluid in something. We just had small Dixie cups, so we use that. And they're going to need some magnets. So my son had a handful just kind of lying around that we had bought. A UV light, any type of black light that you have. I mean, you can buy just a strict bulb, or we had a bigger thing from Halloween. And then the newspaper here is really just for putting this down so that it doesn't get messy. And this is the sped up version of me essentially taking off the caps to the highlighters. You break that apart, you take that, you drain that fluid into whatever the cup or the little saucer, pan, whatever it is that you're going to put this in. And I did green, pink, and yellow, and I actually did this project with my son. Just certain parts of it I had to do. So got all of this in there, and then once you're done, we would actually add in one of the highlighters into the Ferrofluid. Real quick thing about the Ferrofluid is magnetic, so it's actually just iron and a surfactant. A surfactant is soap, it's hand soap. And it actually allows that to just kind of bind and stick together, so it moves around as one solid liquid, so that when you put a magnet close to it, it's going to follow that magnet. You put the highlighter ink in there, and then actually creates very, very cool patterns like you saw in that picture in the beginning. Now with this, the first time we did it, we put way too much Ferrofluid in the dish, so this time we put a lot less. That's my recommendation here. Put a small amount first, and then test it out. We put enough to kind of coat the bottom of this petri dish. And this is what you're seeing right now. Going to move that around, and then we'll put the first highlighter liquid in there. And see, you can actually see a little bit right here in that it's actually moving around. And with this, it'll actually form spikes, and those spikes are kind of showing the magnetic field lines that they're pushing through the surfactant, and it creates these really, really cool spikes. Now once we put the liquid in here, it'll actually move that around, and it'll create patterns and a whole bunch of other cool stuff with it. But you really need, and I've seen other people that do it with like glow sticks. That's an option if you didn't want to use the black light. We happen to have, like I said, the black light. I thought this was really, really cool with this. But you're not going to see really as cool of a pattern unless you have that black light with these highlighters. And that's what we're going to cut to right now. We're just going to show a whole bunch of images and videos of us playing around with this. And this is my son right now, and you can kind of see the spikes right there. Like I said, those are trying to follow the lines of the magnetic field. And we did one liquid at first, and then we add other ones, and you'll see that pop up here in a little bit. And we added the next one and the next one. Eventually they all start to kind of blend together, but they do kind of create this very, very cool, and you're about to see that here in a second, situation where there's two separate liquids and they're floating around. Eventually the colors try to merge, but with this, it's just something quick and easy you can do. Now, I do want to point out that now you see the newspaper underneath there, and for good reason. It gets everywhere. I mean, if you want to wear gloves, you can wear that. Cleanup's easy. We didn't mess with it. We didn't want to. But that is something to consider. And then, as you're seeing right here, it's two separate liquids. It creates this very, very cool visual effect with it. And my son loved it. I mean, he had a blast. He actually did this for his school science project. My son is 8 right now, so this fit for the STEM project that he wanted to do. And you'll actually see right now where it creates the magnetic field lines, but when it's not doing that, you'll see it almost creates like these, to me it looks like what you see under a microscope when you're looking at bacteria. It creates these small little pockets of that highlighter fluid that gets suspended with that Ferrofluid. So I want to thank you guys for watching. We're going to cut now. It's just going to be, the rest of this is just video of us playing around with this, so you guys get to see visually what this does. There's a lot of cool stuff with this that you can do where the fluid moves and gets attracted and it gets pulled around and everything like that. So if you like what you've seen, hit the like button, subscribe. We're going to try and do more of these at some point. So thank you guys so much for watching.